Have you ever been working on something important? A client deal, a deadline, a presentation, and suddenly time is almost gone. The pressure is high, and you're still not finished. In business English, we say, we're down to the wire. But what does that really mean in a professional setting? Today, I'll show you the exact meaning, how it's used at work, and how you can use it in meetings, emails, and real conversations. Let's get started. So what does down to the wire mean? Down to the wire means you are at the last possible moment, a deadline is very close, and there is almost no time left. In business situations, it usually means a project, deal, or task is about to reach its deadline, and things are still being completed. It often implies pressure, urgency, or high stakes. In a business context, when someone says, we're down to the wire, they mean we have very little time left and we must finish now. Let's look at some real workplace examples of how professionals actually use this idiom. Let's imagine that you're working on a team project. Someone on the team might say, we're down to the wire on this project. Let's finalize everything today. What this means is that the deadline is very close and the team must finish immediately. Now let's picture that you have a proposal to prepare for a client. You might say to a coworker, we're down to the wire with this client proposal. This means you're almost out of time to submit it. Now imagine that you were working on a business deal. You might say the negotiations went down to the wire. This means the deal was finalized at the last moment. Now let's picture that you're going to send an email to your team because you're approaching a deadline. You could say, hi team, we're down to the wire on this deliverable. Please send your updates by 3 p.m. This is very natural in professional communication. Let's say that you're having a sales meeting at work and your manager says, we're down to the wire. What's the status of the final numbers? This means time is almost up and results are needed now. Now, there are 3 mistakes that I want you to avoid. First, do not use this idiom for relaxed situations. This idiom always means time is almost finished. The second mistake is using the wrong structure, like saying, we're down the wire. You always have to say, down to the wire. The third mistake is overusing this idiom in formal writing. In very formal documents, you want to avoid it. Instead, you can say, we are approaching the deadline. But in meetings, emails, and conversations, it sounds natural and professional. Now, let's work on your pronunciation. Repeat after me. We're down to the wire. We're down to the wire. We're down to the wire. Now, are you ready for another business idiom that Americans use every day? Click here.